Well, that tells that I cannot wait to present here. So it's really exciting to be at SICO, and thanks again, Craig, for putting this great meeting together, and we are very excited to share our science. So for the next few seconds, let's leave the world of water and oil drops and join me in the water-free world. So the mission of Novaliq is we are using a water-free technology to solve problems in ophthalmology. We think we have a revolutionary technology. We have actually 2 products currently in FDA review in dry eye disease that we're very excited about, and we'll talk about this. But this is only the beginning. There's a broad pipeline that we can address anterior and posterior segment diseases. And in particular, we obviously now, I want to focus on the dry eye disease products, and in particular speak about cyclosol, because I think cyclosol is potentially the most powerful anti-inflammatory therapy that we have been seeing in dry eye disease. So when you think about Novaliq, we are an R&D company. We are a fully integrated, partially virtually, our company. We master the entire development process. We don't commercialize. So we leave this to the experts in the field, and you see we are having already products either approved outside the United States, or we work with leaders in the field to commercialize our products. So we think water-free ISOL technology is a drug engine. Dry eye disease is just the beginning. Our lead asset I will talk about is cyclosol. We have products approved outside. We can translate this very nicely into glaucoma. I touch on this very briefly, but look at the other opportunities that we are exploring that I don't have the time to talk about this today. Talk about dry eye disease. So I think there's no single solution for dry eye disease. So we have 2 products in development, and as you see in FDA review, there's on one hand NOV03, which is 100% perfluorohexyloctane, a product that is designed to treat meibomian gland to treat dry eye disease associated with meibomian gland dysfunction. It's a very unique tear film stabilizer that has the ability to restore the tear film. We licensed the product back in 2019 to Bausch + Lomb, and obviously we can't wait for June coming up with a PDUFA date there. On the left-hand side, we have developed cyclosol. Cyclosol is designed to really treat the core issue of dry eye disease. It's inflammation. Inflammation is really a key issue in the pathology of dry eye disease, and that's the reason why we developed cyclosol. And again, we have a PDUFA date coming up in June on that product. So what is cyclosol? Well, cyclosol is using cyclosporine. And you will say, oh gosh, not another cyclosporine. But we have put the cyclosporine in a water-free technology. It's perfluorobutylpentane, and that changes everything. In particular, the water-free technology is designed to improve the key issue in ophthalmology. It's bioavailability. We don't get the drug to the target tissue. And you see here, we have fantastic bioavailability and penetration data that really puts our technology, I think, superior to the traditional water drops. And we have other benefits that are, in particular, long residual time on the eye. We talk about hours, not minutes, how long the drop stays on the eye. And we have great comfort. ISOL is really designed to have great comfort results with patients. So when I talk about dry eye disease, I always ask myself, we are presenting data in respect of superiority versus vehicle, because that's the FDA is asking us. But when I talk to physicians, they're asking how many patients are really benefiting. So look at this here. We think that cyclosol has a tremendous effect on ocular surface disease, in particular cornea staining. And when you look at those that are responding, responders are defined as 3 grades on the near grade, improvement on total corneal fluorescein staining, then we see that the majority of patients are improving within 4 weeks. And why is these 3 scores so important? If a patient is improving by 3 scores on a near grade on total corneal fluorescein staining, his symptoms or her symptoms improving as well. And this is actually not related to dryness, but you can go through the entire line. in our clinical data shows that this is true for dryness, for frequency, for awareness, for looking at screens. So signs and symptoms are related. And what is exciting, another flash here from our clinical data that is so rich, is that you would expect with this kind of power cyclosol brings to the ocular surface that patients that improving on central corneal staining, they improve in blurred vision. And they do. Exactly, they do this. This is, I think, very big in particular for many of the patients that have fluctuating vision, or even if you think about indications where this is a stopper, in particular cataract refractive surgery. So indirect treatment comparisons are not fair by definition, I know that. But I think I want to show you here data because responders is not an invention that we came up with. Responder analysis has been done before, in particular for lifitegrast. But I think cyclosol really brings it to the new level because this is not a pooled data, that up to 66% of the patients are responding clinically meaningful on total corneal fluorescein staining within 4 weeks. Is really different compared to what our product can do without an API, because perfluorohexyloctane is basically a sibling to the vehicle we are using in cyclosol. It doesn't contain another active pharmaceutical ingredient. This is NOV03. You see already responder rates is lower and it takes longer. And obviously another product that is already commercialized in the market, lifitegrast, these data are published. They are talking about 3 months and basically 30% responding on total corneal fluorescein staining. However, quick start is not everything. Durability in a chronic disease is everything. And in particular, you see here our data that we are very proud about with the treatment over 56 weeks, so 1 year. You basically see everything improving. I just give you those that I think are most impressive. We bring down total corneal fluorescein staining fairly quickly, and we retain it. And then look at tear production. That is almost doubling, getting very close to the 10 millimeter threshold on average. And last but not least, the patient is benefiting at each and every time point we ask him or her to respond. Comfort, I think it's a big thing. Last but not least, cyclosol has a very, let's say, comfortable, unmatched tolerability profile. We measured drop comfort, we measured treatment satisfaction, and in particular, one of the measurements is instillation site irritation that is fairly low, always mild, beside 1 patient and 738 patients has a moderate instillation site reaction reported. So I want to leave you with the thought that cyclosol is really something that is going fast. We see clinically meaningful improvements after 2 weeks. We think we can treat the majority of patients in a clinically meaningful manner, and we have a durable effect over time, at least for 1 year. And in particular, we're excited about that this product is very comfortable for patients. So switching gears and just think about taking the ISOL technology that is so friendly to the ocular surface and put a glaucoma drug in there. Gosh, that seems to be exciting. So I show you some data here where we took a proven glaucoma therapy, timolol, in our technology, and we put it into a phase 3 clinical trial. And actually, we saw that the IOP reduction is expected the same. You see there's the study goal was met of statistical non-inferiority versus TIM optic. We basically were even numerically, because of the number of patients, superior 8 and 8 of 9 time points. But think about, we have a very low drop size. I didn't tell you that. It's just 10 microliter. So in reality, we are applying only 60% of the active dose on the eye. And now sit back and ask yourself, how long are glaucoma patients taking drugs? Not years, maybe decades. And we all know that glaucoma therapies may cause chronic inflammation and aggravate concomitant ocular surface diseases. So I think that is a very promising area our technology can make a difference. I'll leave with that. I want to thank my team, obviously all our patients that helped us in the clinical trials, and I thank you for your attention.